Ladies and gentlemen, from the creator of Sinister Bunny Studios, this is the Metal Brain Podcast. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Metal Brain Podcast. Today we've got a new episode in a brand new year, and there's a lot of cool things to talk about today. So first off, I hope you all had an amazing set of holidays, depending on what you do or don't celebrate. But we've rung in a new year. It is now 2022, and hopefully that tumultuous 2021 is left behind in the dust, and 2022 can be a journey on the way up for everybody. Hopefully. That'd be really awesome if 2022 could be the redemption year for everybody after all this crazy shit that's been going on the last 2 years. If this could be the redemption year, that would be fucking amazing. So I have the typical cliche, what are some of my goals are for 2022 to talk about in this episode, as well as something else that I did that I never thought I would have ever done. And I'll get to that a little bit later. And if you're reading the title, you probably already know because it's probably in the title. But yeah, so I took a brief vacation from the podcast, as you may or may not have noticed, depending on how well you keep up with things. I took a holiday break, so for Christmas and New Year's and whatnot, there weren't any episodes because I was doing a lot of work for my job, and then obviously the holidays, so I didn't want to have to worry about cranking out any kind of stuff like this. I just wanted to sit, relax, and enjoy the holidays. And it gives me a chance to get a good hit and run start for the new year, and have a good awesome start off to 2022 with a brand new episode, brand new goals, and a brand new mindset. But let's jump into some of the goals I've got. I've got 10 listed here for what I would like to strive for in 2022. That's what I almost said 2021. But 2022. And I've got these goals written down here in my journal. I do keep a journal, for those of you who don't know, or at least I try to. I had, for a while there when I first got this new notebook, because this is a new notebook, I finished a journal earlier, 2021, that I had been keeping for 6 years. And so I moved on to a brand new one, which was really exciting for me. And I could talk about my obsession with journals and notebooks and stuff like that in a different episode, but I do keep a journal. It's not daily. I wish it would be daily. I should get back into it. But it's one of these things that I do like to do. Anyway, so these aren't really in any particular order. And let me see. Let me just go over them again. Yep, okay. So I've got 10 of them here. And I'll start off with goal number 1 for 2022 is to lose weight, and preferably 50 pounds. If I could lose around 50 pounds, that would be amazing. I am overweight from what I would like to be. I am definitely part of the heaviest that I've ever been, and it's not exactly a nice feeling for me. I was always someone who was in fairly decent shape, and it was only into the last handful of years that I started to kind of let myself go, and that scale started to slowly climb and climb. And I've started to notice some things with my health that I would really like to improve. One of them being my back. I've always had back issues for as long as I can remember. I've got bad genes when it comes to back health. And I made things worse by playing contact sports like football and wrestling, and even doing marching band with the drum line. Carrying these giant heavy-ass drums around puts a lot of wear and tear on your back and your muscles and your joints, and all the good stuff that keeps you healthy in your back. A lot of my stuff is fucked. And having extra weight by being overweight definitely puts more pressure on your back and makes things worse. I have issues with sciatica, which is it's a thing where your sciatic nerve, which is one of the big fat root nerves that runs from your tailbone down to your toes. It's the main nerve that runs down your leg. That gets kind of pinched in my lower back from either herniated discs, which I do know I have. As of sophomore year of high school, I know I had a couple, so there's definitely more now, and the ones that were there before are definitely worse. And muscle spasm stuff crushing the nerve and putting pressure on the nerve. It's not fun. Anybody who's ever suffered from it knows the pain. A lot of times when it gets really bad, especially when it's really cold out like it is now in Michigan, it's almost unbearable sometimes. It makes it hard to sleep. It makes it hard to walk. If you sit down for too long, which I inevitably do with my job with driving all over the state, if you sit down for too long and then get up, like it gets all stiff and painful, and it's a pain that radiates from my lower back down to like the middle of my calf. Like it's not a fun time, and it's extremely painful, and losing weight would definitely help to mitigate that problem way more than I am right now. And on top of that, my shoulder. I've got a fucked up shoulder, to say the least. I injured it pretty bad in high school because of wrestling, and I completely tore my labrum, and I tore up my rotator cuff and a supraspinatus muscle, I think is what it was called. And when that muscle tore, it took a piece of bone off my arm. And my shoulder was fucked. I had to get repair surgery done on it to fix the labrum and move everything into place again. And they drilled 2 anchors in to hold everything into place. So I get bad arthritis in it from time to time, and especially when it gets cold, things definitely flare up. And I just, not necessarily the weight being an issue with my shoulder, but the fact that I'm just not in shape allows my shoulder to take more hits and struggle more, so it hurts more. So like if I built up the muscles around my shoulder, then it would probably hurt less or get hurt less, and that's kind of the idea behind it. So if I could get back in shape, get down to like 175 pounds. If I could get back down to 175, that would be awesome. I am definitely not near that right now, but 175 would be a good low in shape weight for myself. I'll never be down to 160 like I was in high school wrestling, but 175, maybe 180, pushing it, that's my goal weight. I don't know if I can get to that in a year, but if I can get anywhere even below 200, that would be awesome, because I am above 200. If I can get below 2 and closer, as close to 75 as I can, that'd be awesome. And I would feel a lot better about myself. And it would just make me healthier overall, obviously. Goal number 2 is to release a cover album through my Sinister Bunny Studios YouTube brand presence, whatever you want to call it. I have enough for a cover album already. It would just take getting the funds together and paying for all the cover licenses and getting it set up and getting artwork for it and whatnot, and then putting it out there. And maybe I could do that sometime here soon. And it would just be a smart move for me, because I do make a bit of money from my music that is released, like my original stuff, from streaming and whatnot. And that's not even near any of my good original stuff. I think I have 2 covers out there because I paid for single versions of the songs with the licenses as opposed to an album. I think Jaws and Happy Together. I did metal covers of the Jaws theme and Happy Together by the Turtles. And I think those are 2 that I have out right now. So if you want to look those up on Sinister Bunny Studios, on Spotify, wherever you want to stream music, it should be there. That'll be up there. But the plan will be to have 10 of my cover songs of my 16 cover songs that I have right now, and put those into an album. And then once I get another 10 after that, do that as another album, and then another 10, and do increments of 10 for cover albums, because I want to keep making covers. And I do have a couple on the back burner that I can hopefully finish here in the next couple of weeks, and get those out as well, and then maybe I can have a second album. But yeah, releasing a cover album would be great, because I feel like those are one of the more popular things that I do, and it could definitely bring in some extra cash flow from people streaming that stuff, because that is one of the more popular things that I do, and that'd be just a smart business financial decision for myself. Since I get so much traffic from them anyway, I might as well try to get my money's worth out of it, right? Goal number 3 is to release a new original album. So I do have an album out right now called Oldies and Bad, and it's a compilation of 15 original tracks that I had recorded over the years for Sinister Bunny Studios for various reasons. Song challenges, using a piece of gear, just because I said, fuck it, I'm going to make a song, like whatever. There's 15 short instrumental tracks, or not all instrumental. There's a couple ones with actual vocals and stuff in it, but it's 15 old Sinister Bunny Studio tracks. Before I hit the exponential growth in music production, there's a point in my whole spiel with YouTube and music and stuff that things really took off in terms of my quality of what I produce. And the reason I call the album Oldies and Bad is because it's all those old songs before I hit that point, and they're kind of bad because they're like not as good as what I can make now. But to release another original album with some of my songs that I have saved up, again, I try to reach like at least 10 songs or something like that, and I'm pretty close. I just got to release a couple more originals, which I could definitely do, but getting those out would be fantastic to be able to release and like at least at the end of the year say, hey, I released a cover album or maybe 2 cover albums, and I released a original album with my music that I've made from the channel. That'd be fucking awesome. Another goal would be to, like, in that world, release an original album of my own stuff separate from my YouTube channel, because a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about is for the YouTube Sinister Bunny Studio stuff, but I also have my own music that doesn't have anything to do with the channel that I keep hidden away from that will eventually be a different entity, released as music and whatnot whenever I reach that point. But that would be really cool. Probably not going to happen in 2022, but it would be nice if it did. Step number 4, after I take a drink. Don't worry, I don't eat McDonald's. I just get their drinks because it's $1 for a large, and I'm a pop/soda kind of guy, and they have pretty good soda. Pop. Refreshing. Goal number 4 is ambitious as all fuck, but I gotta set the bar high to strive for something higher. Reach 10,000 subs on my Sinister Bunny Studios YouTube channel, because I just recently passed 1,000 subs, so the next logical step would be 10,000, right? So if I could do that and really push to grow that aspect of my life, and with the release of a cover album and an original album and all this other stuff, just like really putting the work in, if I could get to 10,000 by the end of the year, whoo, that would be a good goal. That would be an awesome goal. So time will tell. I'm not setting my heart and saying that it's going to happen. No, it's going to happen. You got to will it into existence. It will happen. 10,000 subs by the end of the year, if not more, by the end of the year. Sinister Bunny Studios, 10,000 subs. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There we go. It's going to happen. Goal number 5. I would like to grow the podcast to at least 1,000 followers, subs. So it depends on where you're listening to this / watching this on. There is video forms on Spotify and YouTube. So if you're on the YouTube end, it'd be great to reach 1,000 subs on YouTube for the Metal Brain Podcast. For Spotify, it'd be cool to get like 1,000 followers on Spotify, but that's not, it's ambitious again, since this is more of a new endeavor, but ambition and willing it into existence is what's going to make it happen. So if I can get at least that for the podcast, that would be amazing. That'd be cool. Then I'd be satisfied on 2 fronts. Sinister Bunny Studios land and the Metal Brain Podcast land. It's there. It's just, it'll happen, guys. It'll happen. And it's going to take a lot of work from me. And you know what? It's going to take you guys to sharing everything and getting the word out, showing your friends, showing your grandma, showing your auntie, whoever you want to show my stuff, whether it's the Metal Brain Podcast, whether it's Sinister Bunny Studios, whatever the fuck you want to do, just show it to them. Have them follow. Have them subscribe. Just show some friends. Post it on Reddit. Share it on Facebook. All that fun stuff. Just do it. Just do it. It helps me. It doesn't take much time for you to do. and it benefits us both. Because if you like me and you share my stuff, then I get to get more exposure. And if I get more exposure, I'm able to do more things. And then I can give you more things for you to enjoy. You see how that works? It feeds into itself. So let's fucking do it. Goal number 6 is an ambitious one. I would love to get to a point where I don't need to work a day job. And am I realistic about that? Yes. Is that going to happen in this year? Hopefully it does. That would be sweet if it did, but I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and say that it will. But again, let's will things into existence. I will be able to quit my job and do this full time. It's going to happen this year, sometime this year. Things are going to take off and things are going to become just gel. They're just going to work. It's going to work for me. It's going to be a magnificent year for everything. Metal Brain, Sinister Bunny, all of it. It's going to be great. So if I could ever get to that point, again, it's not about the money with like my music and stuff and the podcast and any creative endeavor that I do. It's not about the money, but like being able to only do that creative thing because you make money from it and you can live off of it is the ultimate dream. Like being able to do it and the fact that I can create content and put stuff out there is one thing, but I also got to work a day job and worry about money and how I'm going to pay for this and how many hours I got to work to do this and whatnot. Doing a job I don't enjoy, that whole fucking thing. If you can get paid to do your passion, what more could you need? That's the ultimate fucking goal right there. So if that could happen, ace. That'd be fucking sweet. Goal number 7. Get into buff shape. Like I'm going to have to cut so I can cut the fat that I've got. So if I could get down to around 170, maybe even into the 160s. I don't know. I don't know where my kind of plateau weight is these days. But if I get down and then bulk up a little bit, I want to get kind of buff. You know, I have the structure for being kind of stocky and buff. Like I was in high school, and I just feel like, you know, I want to get to that again. I want to get like a 6-pack if I can, just get like shredded. That'd be fucking sweet. Like I'd feel better about myself. I think it'd be awesome. It'd probably feel great. I think it would be really cool. Like it'd be cool to be in buff shape. Now, again, I got to find the fucking time to do that. That's the problem. And I can make time like in my basement here if I get some more weights and set up a bench and stuff, which I have thought about doing so I can do stuff at home, because I don't have time for the gym, especially because of my job right now. Like I don't have time for a lot. And when I get home, I just want to be home and I want to do stuff at home. Hang out with my dog, my girlfriend, hang out on my computer, do shit. Like that's all I want to do. So getting in buff shape would be fucking sweet. I just maybe need to invest in like a set of weights, like a rack weights, get a bench, and just have stuff in here, maybe like a kettlebell or two. But those are expensive. That's an expensive thing to get into for home fitness and whatnot. It's not cheap, and it's exactly why a lot of people can't do it. But my other problem also is cardio and whatnot, because it's snowy as all fuck, and I don't know if you've ever lived in Michigan. The winters in Michigan are ass. And like running in this shit it's not, I've done it and it's not fun. It's just terrible. I don't want to run in it. I don't want to slip and fall. It's just, I don't want to bundle up in a coat to go run and everything. So I got to figure out something for cardio. I might be able to figure something out down here. Maybe, I don't know, but that's probably the biggest thing. I got to find some kind of thing for cardio. Like maybe get a treadmill or something, I guess. But those are fucking expensive again, man. It's expensive to be healthy. Food-wise and like exercise equipment-wise. It's not cheap to be healthy. It's cheap to be unhealthy. That's the fucking problem with the United States at this point. This right here, not healthy. Soda, Coke, not healthy. This whole fucking thing, I don't know, what is this, like 40 ounces or something? $1. If I wanted to get like a healthy drink somewhere, it's definitely going to be more than $1 if I wanted to get like a big thing of this. So, you know, it's cheap to be unhealthy. That's the unfortunate side of things. But that's a conversation for another time. Goal number 8 would be to vacation with my girlfriend more. Like, for us to go and do shit at least a handful of times this year, because we've been grinding since we got out of high school with college and work and life, that we haven't had much time to set aside for ourselves to go and do shit and see things and all that. And it's been a struggle with money and time. Like, I want to be able to get to a point where we can go do stuff, and I want to try to plan cool things so that we can go do cool shit. That's like, that's an amazing fucking idea that I want to implement for this year. Like, to be able to go vacation somewhere, even if it's just a couple of days for a couple times this year, just to get away and go do something with just us and get a sitter for the dog and like do something like that, so we can like hang out, be by ourselves, enjoy something cool, because we've been putting in the work for so long, and we got to treat ourselves. And that's definitely one of my biggest goals, is to be able to do that, because I know I need it, I know she needs it, and she deserves it. So it's one of those things that I got to grind at it to be able to do it. Unfortunately, it's going to be a trek, but it's a long time coming, basically, is what I'm saying. Vacation anywhere, it would be fucking sweet. Wintertime, but like this year, sometime, couple times, vacation to do something cool. Let's fucking do it. Goal number 9 is to collaborate with more creators. I've collaborated with a couple people in the past on Sinister Bunny Studios and whatnot, and the goal is to collaborate with more here on the podcast to get people on here. And hint, there may be something coming next week that you guys might want to see, which will be very interesting and kind of a big kind of thing coming up in my life again. So yeah, just be looking out for that next week. But I want to collaborate with more people. Like, I've talked with some people in the past from YouTube and whatnot, and I want to make cool, like, I feel like I'm in an echo chamber of just myself, because I'm not in a band anymore, and it's just me kind of just like doing my own thing, and that's fine and all, but like collaborating with other people is inspiring, and cool things happen, and it's just a good old time, and I just want to do that more, and I got to reach out to more creators to be able to fucking do that. And I've got a handful that in mind that I would love to do shit with. Like, it'd be fucking awesome. And just overall, collaborating with more people would be just fucking fun. And I should do it way more. I should have been doing it a long time ago. Like, there's a handful of people that I know that I would love to do stuff with, and I plan on doing stuff with here soon. But like, just reaching out to cool people that I'm like, hey, I saw your stuff, I think it's really cool, you want to do something together? Like, that kind of thing would be fucking sweet. Like, doing that a lot more would be fucking sweet. So just overall, collaborating with more people, I think it'd be fun and beneficial to everybody. So collaboration, man, it's key. It's fun stuff. My final goal, at goal number 10, is to become more financially stable. Now, I think with my girlfriend and I, we're pretty comfortable, but we're still like, not like financially, we're stable. Like, we can pay our bills and have money left over, but like being, maybe I guess the better term is financially independent. Like I was talking about earlier, not having to work a day job and that whole spiel, like doing more of that. Like, even if I have to work a day job a little bit part-time because I make enough from doing online YouTube creative shit to kind of push back the day job stuff a little bit, just becoming more financially sound and less financially stressed, I guess is a good way to put it. The goal would be to be less financially stressed. That's probably a better way to put it, honestly. Less financially stressed would be fucking amazing, because what's like one of the biggest things that people struggle with in most places? Finances. Like, that's a huge fucking thing, and it puts a damper on everything. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it sure does help. That's what I say. Like, the whole phrase of money doesn't buy you happiness is what rich people say to people who don't have money so that they don't want to get more money and take their money away. Money can't buy you happiness, but it can help. It most certainly can help. And when you got people like myself and my girlfriend who have looming student loan debt hanging over their heads and like are already kind of squeezing by, if I had money to where I didn't have to worry about that stuff, I'd be a lot happier. Like, just, it doesn't buy happiness, but it's helps you to achieve happiness. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not all about the money, but that's one of my goals, just to become more financially stable. Like, whether that's getting paid more at the job I'm at, or finding a better job because with my degree, or just like with this stuff, like just being more or less, not more, but like just less financially stressed. I can't stress that enough. Less financially stressed equals happiness. Happiness. That's a good way to put it. I should just leave it at that before I just start to ramble and sound like a fucking idiot if I haven't already. So yeah, those are my current 10 goals for this new year, for 2022. So we'll see which ones pull through and which ones do not. Hopefully most of them do, and I put forth the work to achieve most of them. That would be fucking phenomenal. But, we'll see how things go. In the last part of this episode, I wanted to talk about something that I did recently that I never thought I would do. So, the thing is, I made a TikTok. Now, hold on. I always had a thing against TikTok. I never had the app. Didn't like watching it. Didn't like the whole idea behind it because of like, ooh, look at me, I'm so attractive, and ooh, look at me lip syncing. Ooh, look, like I did not like the idea behind that at all. Like, no thanks. No, not for me. No way. Cringy. Like, no. But now that it's stuck around for a while, and there's a whole new generation of creators with it, it's a good decision for me to make to have made this TikTok for Sinister Bunny Studios to further promote and get my content out there to get exposed to new groups of people. My whole decision-making thing behind it was, yeah, I'm not going to do like the TikTok trend stuff. That's not the whole plan behind it. It's going to still involve what I do with my guitar and metal and stuff. But my whole thought process was like, I'm potentially missing out. Well, I am missing out on a whole like pool of people that have probably not been touched by my content. Like, it's just another place to reach more people. And it's a good way to. And honestly, I was like, I'm not going to put too much time into it because like I got to focus on one thing at a time. But I did realize that when I made it, I had no followers or anything yet because I haven't talked about it on YouTube quite yet. And I just started reposting up some of my stuff, like my original music and little videos that I've made in the past, and like teasers for covers and stuff with like the link to my YouTube channel in the bio for the TikTok. Getting quite a lot of views, to say the least, to my surprise, without any followers or anything. So there is something to be said about this whole TikTok thing. Who would have thought? So I never thought that would be something I would have done. But I'm open to change. Things change, and I'm willing to admit that maybe I was wrong, and I probably should have joined it a long time ago with the same kind of intention. But like I had very different thoughts about it back then. I'm glad I did now, because like I can see that I can reach a new audience and more people, and that's kind of a goal. You got to cross-pollinate. You got to cross-promote your stuff and get it out there for people to see. And this is just another channel that coincidentally has a fuck ton of people on it and using it all the time. So why wouldn't I do it? What creator wouldn't do that? Like, it's a smart decision. And I think I let my pride get in the way of like, I'm not going to become part of a TikTok. I think I let my pride get in the way of that, and it maybe caused me a little grief because I probably missed out on a bunch of stuff for waiting so long to make this account. But the difference is, and the only thing that matters is now that there is one, Sinister Bunny Studios on TikTok. So I'm going to start promoting that more and more now. So definitely go follow it, please. That would be really awesome, especially all of you that I know fucking use TikTok. I'm on there. You can see cool shit. I'm just saying. So do that, and I'll be golden. So Sinister Bunny Studios has bitten the bullet and joined TikTok. There, it's done. That's it. I did it. It's off my chest. It's out there. It's fucking done. Can't do it. Can't change it. I mean, I could delete it, I guess, but that's not going to happen. It is what it is. So do with that what you will. If you want to go on there on TikTok, see the stuff and like, what is it, duo with it or stitch some of my stuff or whatever. I still don't know how the whole fucking thing works completely, but like, if you want to go in there and interact with that stuff, that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Like, that's fine. I leave the stuff open with the options to say that people can stitch and duet with it and, you know, that whole fucking thing. So if you want to do that, I am down. I would love to see what you would do. So is that selling out? It's selling out a little bit, isn't it? Fuck. See, it's already starting to happen. I joined the platform and now I'm selling out. Whatever. I'm a victim to my art form. However that saying goes. But I'll leave it at that. My 10 goals for this year: lose weight, release a new cover album, release a new original album, reach 10,000 subs with Sinister Bunny Studios on YouTube, grow the podcast to at least 1,000 followers on something, be able to quit my day job, get into buff shape, vacation with my girlfriend more, collaborate with more and more creators, and to become less financially stressed. And the big announcement, I joined TikTok. So, ta-da! Welcome back. Welcome to 2022. Yay! Let's get this year started. Hopefully it doesn't fucking suck. Yeah. That's it. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay metal, my friends. Oh boy. Let's fucking hope this year's better. It's gonna be better. Remember? Will it. Will it into existence. You fucking will it. It will be better. It will be amazing. We'll all benefit from it. We'll all get rich and be happy and reach total zen. Fucking will it. Will it.